Going live. Yeah. What up, everybody? Welcome to another amazing, incredible, spectacular episode of the Squad Pod. My camera's
Yeah.
frozen, but it's about to be unfrozen right now. Um, wanna introduce the co-host, the man in
Hello.
charge,
Hi.
the monster, the beast, Mr. Maddie Madness. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on? Woo!
I'm
Yeah.
gonna add a
You know,
sound effect to my thing.
soundboard.
That way, every time we introduce each other, we just do like an applause.
Every stream is gonna be like a different noise.
uh,
What's going on, baby? Same old thing, same old thing. Saturday night, bringing another quick little squad pod action. To some fans and business as usual, baby. Business as usual.
oh yeah, man. This episode's needed. It's like you said, it'll probably be a quickie, but not a super quickie, just quickie than usual. But with saying that, like, there's some good topics we got going on in our pocket.
Oh yeah.
Like some good things that like we want to share with people and kind of get people's personal feelings. So I'm interested to see how today's gonna end up turning out.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you kind of ran through a couple of topics off air, and I think you got some fire. You got some fire.
I was making sure you sounded good, baby. Making sure you sounded good.
Oh, I sound amazing. Come on,
Yeah,
we
everything's
got
good.
audio locked in, man. It's locked in.
Yeah, audio's no joke
It's
now
locked in.
anymore. We don't play with anything less than amazing audio now. You know, we might have crazy
We're
stuff
about to get
going.
next squad pod investment. I think it's gonna be some like 4K cameras for like the both of us.
Absolutely. I want to
Oh
get better
shit.
lighting. I want to get the LED light so that way it's not this bright light just beaming in my eyeball. You know what I'm saying? So it's like usually
Yeah.
half my face is tanned by the time I'm done with fucking streaming.
Yeah,
Fucking
you gotta
wild.
get the you gotta hook it up, all voice activated everything. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because you got the same device on your desk as I do,
Yep.
and that thing controls a lot in my room. It's a way of life, dude. I'm telling
Of
you,
everything.
everything.
Everything. So I'm gonna divert a little bit into right into one of our topics. I'm gonna go
All
into.
right.
I think I'm gonna start off with the government stuff because I don't want to get too into those things. And you know us, we don't. You know, I don't talk political very often, but obviously there's been a lot of crazy things happening within the last like 30, 60 days. So um, one of the things I didn't mention to you pre-show that I didn't bring up were the tariffs, which is, I see both sides of it, so that's why I don't really comment it on it too much. The thing that's upsetting to me about it is the thing that's going to affect me personally the most is like electronics. As you know, like with everything that I do with the gaming and just the computer shit in general, it's just going to make things more expensive for us. So like when we want to buy those 4K cameras and shit, whether the brand is American or not, 90% of those parts come from Japan. You know what I mean? From the CPUs to the processors to the, everything, just every part.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's wild. I'm into trying new things financially. I'm into that. Clearly, what we've been doing as a country is not working. So, like, we've got to try new things, and I'm down for that. And whether it's Trump or somebody else, I may not be a huge Trump supporter, but at the same time, like, something's gotta. It doesn't matter who's in there. Like, they're all doing the same bullshit. So it's just a different side of the bullshit, and it's wild. But with the tariffs, I was kind of like, I want to kind of see where his head is with this shit. Like, just what is the plan? And when he spoke it, I was just kind of like, he's kind of got a point. But I could see the really bad sides to them. and how he just kind of dropped it and said, okay, we're just going to start doing this now, immediately. And I could see how that could piss off a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that. So, I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
you feel about it.
I think one thing with it too, you have to remember is we're always the one paying them.
Mhm.
Like the US is always the ones that are going out and they're paying the tariffs. They're paying the freaking the high cost to purchase stuff because we're not making it. So I actually, I mean, it sucks that things are going to go up in price. Um, but on the other hand, you gotta understand that it's for, I mean, it's for the country, really. It's
Mhm.
for it's just something that it has to be. Like we can't just keep paying, and we don't get to fucking do our own. Like eventually, we gotta get some money back, dude. I need some money.
Right. And that's why I'm saying, like, on that scale with the tariffs, I'm not going to go nuts about that conversation because I'm not educated enough in the financial part of life to understand that, to say, hey, this is not good, or hey, this is bad. But I'm smart enough to understand, like, hey, this is definitely going to affect us in some fucking way. Um, I'm just hoping that we're willing to make the adjustments that we need to make if this shit doesn't work out as quickly as we need to. You know what I mean? Like if this is causing way more problems than it's actually good, then we need to divert that shit and go to plan B. Because I can see how that could go real bad real fast. But moving on to the next thing, still within, government stuff. There was a huge leak in technology, in the technology side, where there was a very important conversation going on about actions of attack on a certain someone and some place and something, and someone accidentally someone someone accidentally added a reporter to the group chat. And what's the name of the program that they're using? Is it Satellite or some shit like that?
I don't know what it's called.
I forget. I work in the fucking tech field. I've never heard of this until this shit went down. And supposedly, there's a lot of people that use it that want to keep their shit encrypted. So it's just a means of, like, it's supposed to be unhackable. Well, the week before the situation happened, our secret service agency told them, like, hey, we shouldn't be using this for any kind of communications with this because it's not as secure as you think it is. So when it comes to like making um government conversations, we should probably still do that in person and not do that over any kind of telephone or any other technology, a satellite phone maybe, because I know satellite phones are supposed to be damn near impossible to hack into. So well, someone made a boo-boo and invited a reporter out of all kinds of people, out of any person you could choose, invited a reporter into this chat by accident. And nobody caught that there was an unknown number in this chat. And they started talking about the plans of attack. And yeah, so that guy ended up dropping out the information about it and made an article about it. And that's not so much just the problem. Now, the problem lies is this got brought to the attention of the government, and everyone that was in the chat denied it. They denied that. Well, it's
Yeah.
it's not just, they didn't just say, first they did. They said, no, this is fake. That's literally what they said. They said, this is fake. This is not real. This conversation never happened. And then when he started dropping screenshots, they started saying, well, it was nothing critical shared about nothing was shared that would have caused any kind of interruption in what was going on. And news brought like a lot of top rated generals in military positions in and asked them, by reading what they read, they were like, just let us know if any of this is what you would consider confidential. And everything they read, everyone was like, oh yeah. And they said, okay, Now, what would happen if this was somebody other than the people that it was? Say this was like a lieutenant or just some Joe Schmo that was they said, oh, you would go to prison. They said, this is a big deal. Like, they're like, this is not the type of information you share because you literally just put everybody in jeopardy that was on that mission. Like, if that would have gotten to the wrong hands, the hands of the people that they were actually, doing this to, it would have been a pretty fucking big deal. So now they're backpedaling and just being like, no. There was no information that was important or confidential. No confidential information got shared. One woman won't even acknowledge that she was a part of the chat. Like, the guy's trying to ask her, were you a part of the chat? And he kept skipping over it. And it's just, the situation is fucking wild. Like, I feel like it's high school all over again.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know too much about it. I think it was I did hear something like a little bit about it, like it was they were in a group chat and
Mhm.
like, I didn't think it was a reporter that was tagged in the thing or like
A
someone
journalist.
who someone wasn't supposed to be in the group chat and then they fucking leaked it.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows you sloppiness. I don't think it's a huge deal because those conversations happen thousands of times throughout the day, every day for the whole year. So it's like, I think the problem is like just sloppiness.
Yeah.
How sloppy it is. Like, you can't be in a group chat with people talking about fucking like airstrikes and shit like that. Like, you gotta like if the police department can have like digital radio signals that like you can't, unless you know that digital frequency, you cannot listen to it. That's why like radio scanners nowadays, they don't work. They only work for like the fire department. That's all you're listening to. You're not listening to the police department anymore because they're all digital, like, like radios. You can't listen to them unless you know the code to it. Like, you tell me Secret Service or whoever was talking about whatever that got leaked, that was like super important. You're telling me you guys can't, you guys like have unlimited money. You guys are still talking on Facebook group chats. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys doing? Make your own secured website or something like that. Like, make your own secured like satellite phone. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
Only
like,
our
like
government uses. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's beyond sloppy. Beyond sloppy. That should never happen. I mean, obviously the news is still gonna blow it up out of proportion because of how sloppy it really is. But I don't think it's a huge deal. I just think at least it happened now. At least it wasn't like something like super like leaky, like UFO alien just landed in fucking Nevada, blah blah blah. Like, that's a little different. You're talking about airstrike somewhere, like, okay, that's probably, that type of conversation probably happens every fucking day. It just got leaked.
Yeah.
But I did see an interview where one of the guys was denying it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we did not talk. He looked right at the camera.
Yeah,
too.
he's like, we
did
didn't
not
do
talk
that
about that.
But that's what makes it
I don't think so.
That's what makes it look bad, is when you start lying about it. When you just can't come out and just been like, that there was a mistake.
They have to lie, Van. They have to. They're not gonna tell the truth on that, dude. You know better than that.
And but the whole thing is like, there's certain things that you can cover up, and you need to. There are certain things that you would never try to really like admit to. But motherfucker, they're in the chat. Did you look in the chat after they said it was in the chat and then find them in the chat? Because if so, then now you can't. Now you know you're gonna get called out. You know you're gonna get caught lying. You know
They're
it.
like, we're gonna bomb the shit out of these people. Blah blah blah. Maddie Madness just joined the chat. Wait a minute, who the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Who the fuck is that? Oh shit! This is a crazy ass fucking group chat right here.
Oops, I'm in the wrong chat. But. Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. And then, fucking, can somebody please calm Bernie Sanders down? I swear to God, if I go on my YouTube feed and see one more live feed from fucking Bernie Sanders, first of all, I don't know if anyone even knows what he's talking about up there. I tried watching it. I gave him like 15 minutes. I said, I'm going to give you 15 minutes, Bernie. Let's see what happens. 15 minutes, man, and that dude was just like, I don't know what was. I have no idea what he was talking about, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. Like this dude seems like he is way too old to be up there.
I don't know if he knows what's going on.
I don't think he knows. So when I came back on today and seen it on again today, I'm like, fuck. Like, what the fuck is this dude doing live again? I was like, did he ever shut it off? Like, has he been talking for a week? Like, what the fuck?
He's still going.
He's still going, but God bless you, Bernie. I know you're trying to fix things, man. And I'm poking fun. And I know at the end of the day, everyone just wants the world to be better, man. And right now, the way that we're handling it as a society is not the fucking way. It is not the way. We are doing everything so wrong. We're fighting each other. It's just, we got to figure this shit out. We got to figure this shit out. But your turn, Matthew. Your turn. Segue. Use that as a segue to, old ladies in here. We can use that as a segue to the questions that you had. You had some question stuff.
Oh, you want to get right into that? You want to get right into that already?
Yeah.
All right. So we gotta. I'm trying to start off this little segment. It's called Would You Rather? All right, and this one is specifically for Van tonight, since we don't have any, different guests and stuff like that. So these are specifically for Van.
All right, let's do it.
I try to think of different variations to get the brain going a little bit. So first one is for Van. Would you rather never hear another T-Pain song in your life, or never drink soda again?
I would rather never drink soda again. I would choose. So, and I'll explain the reason why that's so easy for me. So everyone knows I drink a lot of soda, right? I mean, there was a time that we had an infinite amount of soda, and I wish I was kidding with the word infinite.
It was unlimited.
There was a fucking sale at Stop and Shop, and the way Rhode Island handles rebates is they have to honor it right away. So there's no such thing as a mail-in rebate in Rhode Island. They have to honor. Well, at this time, I don't know if that's changed now. That could be different now, but this was at that time. This was back in 2005. Yeah, because it was 20s. I was in my 20s. So my father-in-law says, hey, there's a rebate going on right now at Stop and Shop where you get your bottles of soda for free, 2-liter sodas for free. Pepsi. Or was it Pepsi or Coke? I think it was a Pepsi brand. So Pepsi. So you get 2-liter soda bottle for free. Okay.
Wait, I thought it was the store brand, because didn't you get like all different flavors of the store brand?
No, I had like the name brand root beers. I had a shit ton of Mountain Dews. The Mountain Dews were more of the last ones for some reason, and everyone loves Mountain Dew, but Mountain Dew was like some of the orange soda too. Orange soda.
Orange soda, yeah.
The orange soda had a ton of. But so we go down there. Now the problem was there was no limit, so you could literally continue to ring out and there's nothing anyone can do. Anyone can do. So we go down there, and I'm like, this isn't a big deal. Like, we're going to get like 5-10 bottles of soda. Like, I didn't think. And my father-in-law was already loading up carriages, and he just loaded up his entire van. And it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever did in my life.
So much, dude.
So many. My van was riding solo because of that. So to guess how much soda I had over a year's worth of soda. What do I mean by that? I could have a 2-liter bottle of soda every single day and be able to have enough for the entire year, right? I had more than that because when we used to host parties, instead of giving people glasses of soda, we used to give them 2-liter bottles of soda because we had them stacked in my basement as a wall. We literally had over 400 2-liter bottles of fucking soda. Over. Crazy. Fucking insane. So
you're listening to T-Pain forever. I got
yeah. So I've had so much soda in my life. I'm okay. I'm okay with not having soda. I prefer to not actually have soda. I'd rather have like some kind of juice. But the reason why I don't is because a bottle of juice will go a lot faster than soda in my house, and I just don't. And it's more expensive. I spend way more on juice and water than I would on bottles of soda, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make well, except for water, not water, because water is like $5 for 34 things. You're not going to beat that. So I'm not drinking. I'm not sitting there just drinking water. I'm not doing that. I'm an adult. God damn it.
All right, next one. Would you rather never go to PAX ever again, or never eat at the Cheesecake Factory ever again? Damn.
I'm not going to answer this one too loud. I would rather never eat at the Cheesecake Factory again.
Yeah.
I would give up the Cheesecake Factory before I gave up PAX.
100%, dude. 100%. 100%. Fuck you, Cheesecake Factory. I'll make my own goddamn Buffalo Blast at that point. Fuck that.
Or I'll just have somebody go and get my box. That's for me.
No, you're never eating it again. No. That's what it is.
Yeah. Literally, that's the only thing that I can't go without from there. Like the cheesecakes and stuff, a bomb. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like the thing I think about the most when I go there, the first thing I think of is hands down Buffalo Blast. Like again, the other stuff is a bonus to me, but those Buffalo Blast, I'll go there all day for that. Their burger's pretty good too, but I don't need it like that.
Yeah. I need Buffalo Blast.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Would you rather never play video games ever again? Let that one sink in for a second. Mm-hmm. Never play video games ever again, or never be able to drive again.
I would rather never be able to drive. And the reason why I say that is because I already hate driving. I hate driving because I hate the people that are on the road. So it's not even like I drive 2 hours a day. I drive to Plymouth every day, and I'm fine with it. That ride is the best 2 hours in my fucking day, where it's like I'm just listening to the podcast and it's just relaxing and doing my drive. You know what I mean? And like, I hate people on the road though. Like I think people are just complete pieces of fucking shit on the road, and it makes me mad. And that's where most of my anger comes from, is while driving. So if I could come up with an alternative, then I fucking would. If God was just like, hey, what would you do? Give up video games and give up driving? Like, here's my license. There you go. You got Uber now, bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep video games my goddamn self.
Yeah. Video games are important, and now, I don't get to play them as much as I did. You know what I mean? But it's okay. You know what I mean? Like I still wouldn't be able, because like I do hop in and play, and technically, Snap's a video game. I play Snap more than I should be doing any snapping.
Yeah. Well, speaking of video games, right? I've noticed that this is one of my questions for you also. I've noticed that I've been kind of like in a weird funk lately, where like I'm in like a game drought. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in like a weird game drought where like I really haven't been playing much. I play Destiny, but it's only on Thursdays with you guys.
Yep.
I've been playing, Munchkin for a little bit, on my handheld and shit like that. But like,
I've seen.
The most part, though, I'm not playing any like AAA games. I'm not playing any single player games. I'm in like this weird like game drought where like nothing just is luring me in to like play right now. Has that happened to you?
Um, for quite a long time now. I feel the reason for that, and it's gonna sound weird, but feel it out, think about it real hard. I think our industry right now for gaming is flooded, flooded, and it's too much to the point that it's overbearing, and you don't know where to really go. So for
Mm.
example, for me, right, I still have to play like God of War. Like I still have to get through God of War. Ragnarok. Sorry, Ragnarok. Um, because Valhalla I'd already beat that. Um, but I also have Last of Us 2. I still haven't finished. I still want to play Cyberpunk. I still want to play Remake. I still haven't played 16. So it's so much, and I still haven't beaten Cult of the Lamb. I want to get into No Man's Sky because of all the DLC. I've wanted to play what's Bethesda's version of fucking No Man's Sky.
Oh, Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield. And every time I keep starting Starfield, like I have to like start over again. Like it's insane. So I feel like there's so many that I'm trying to get into that it's killing me. Like it's killing me. So now I'm like I don't know where to start, so I just don't. You know what I mean? I still want to beat still haven't beat Breath of the Wild 1, never mind 2. Like I, I just don't know what to do. And I keep starting all these things and I'm like I don't know where to go from there. You know what I mean? So, and that's what causes me to do it. But if there's nothing that entertains you too, that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother thing where it's just like, I'm not seeing anything that's interesting me. Um, do you feel like you catch yourself wanting to like more so just relax more than anything? Is that more the case? Cause you're just like sitting down, you're like, I'd rather watch something on Netflix.
Yeah, so I was just about to bring that up. Yeah, like that's a good point.
Yeah.
That happens too, where you're like, oh man, yeah, I want to play all these games, but this new episode just came out on the show, and then boom, that takes up most of the fucking night, and then you want to go to bed after, or like it could be like a game, and then you play it for a little bit, and you're like, nah, I'm not really in the mood, and then you catch yourself in a freaking black hole of YouTube videos
Oh yeah,
or
no, that happens all the time. The YouTube video
like
thing. Oh
YouTube
yeah.
YouTube alone, like I have so many like subscribers that I watch all their videos once they put them out, and
Mm-hmm.
bro, like that would like I have people that I watch where like they'll put out a 45-minute video, and bro, by
That's
the
your
time that
night.
video is over, yeah, that's my night. I got to go to bed because I got work in the morning,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah. And that's the same, and also too, you can't forget it takes energy to want to play video games. To actually physically play video games, it takes energy. It's an emotional thing. You're going through it emotionally. You're getting upset if you can't beat something. You know what I mean? Like it's a commitment. And when you have worked as many hours as we have, and at the end of the day, you're just like, all right, I'm done. Like I'm clocked out. I can't emotionally exhaust anything else anymore. I just can't do it. And that's a tough place to be. That's a tough place to be, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, I mean, overall, it's definitely like a time thing.
Mhm.
Like you just don't like for me with single player games. I want to dedicate like a good amount of time, and I just it's tough to dedicate that.
Who the fuck is? You know, I'm just happy to be alive at this point in my life. So it's just like when it comes to having any free time to be able to just to relax, like I try to take that and absorb that and appreciate it. So, but
I wish
speaking of
I wish I
video
could just get
games,
paid. I wish I could just get paid to stream. That way I could kill two birds with one stone, work my 8-hour shift, and just game the fuck, all day.
yeah. I wish I didn't have
Be
the
so sick.
responsibilities I have now because then I would, be able to take the time to sacrifice for that. But because, you know, being a father and being a husband, you try to take care of those responsibilities. And you can just do what you can do, and if we were in our 20s and being able to hit this up, then that's a different thing, but a different opportunity in a different lifetime. So, but
Yeah.
speaking of video games, did you catch the Nintendo Direct?
I only watched a little bit of it.
Dude, it was
Give
cool.
me give me your thoughts in 30 seconds or less.
um, well, see, now I got to
Oh.
do it like this. See my TV graphics. So this is the CRT graphics effect right here. It says 90s.
That's so funny.
So I see some good things. I like the new Marvel game that they have coming out. I think that's gonna be dope. That looks mad fun. It's like a beat 'em up, kind of like the Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge in the Power Rangers. Rita's, I think it's Rita's Revenge. Now that I'm thinking about it, what the fuck? So with saying that, that game looks fantastic. The big game obviously was Metroid 4. I thought that was, I mean, Metroid Prime 4. It looks really, really good. I'm excited for that. They showed some pretty cool stuff for Pokemon. But the biggest thing for me from them was the virtual game cartridge. I think that was huge. Because if anyone that's had Nintendo Switch and knows how much of a bitch it is to transfer games from console to console, is a fucking nightmare. You just can't fucking do it and play locally. So this is allowing you to use your digital games locally and switch them from console to console, and you can even share them with friends and family. So, I thought that was pretty cool. So if you haven't seen that, I won't get too into the details. The video wraps it up perfectly. They explained it best, so I would highly suggest checking that out. It's like a 3-minute video, not even. But very, very cool. Arsenio made a great point. I just hope, PlayStation and Xbox don't adapt to it, because how the game share works already for them is better than that.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious on if they were to take that and improve it and kind of made like a hybrid between the two. I'd be interested. I don't know what it would be, but go Nintendo. I thought it was a good conference. I enjoyed it greatly, especially with the Switch 2 coming out. They're doing that conference this coming week. So I think it's Thursday. So that's gonna be interesting, because I think we'll get a date and a price. So with that being said, date and a price. What do you think? What are you guessing?
Date. I'm not sure. I don't. The date is gonna be. I don't know. I'll guess more on the price. The price, I think it needs to be competitive, but it also needs to be better technology. So realistically, if the OLED Switch is what, $300, I'm hoping it's still going to be a better screen with more tech involved. I'm going to say it's going to be competitive. I'm going to say 500 or less.
Oof. Oof. Would you spend 500?
500 or less.
Would you spend 500 on that?
Um,
I guess we still gotta
no.
see it. I guess we still gotta see it too for you to determine that, right?
Listen, here's my thing, Van. What fucking changes with the library, dude?
Yeah.
The game library just isn't. It's only for certain people. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely,
really is.
absolutely. Nintendo's a niche console, hands down. Like it's not an Xbox and PlayStation, but that's what separates it from the rest. So you're 1,000% right with that. It's definitely not. It's a niche console. It's either you're down with those type of games or you're not. And if you're not, like, don't try to force yourself to play the console, because you're gonna be very upset. It's never gonna get pleased. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I rather. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got my Ally for fucking dirt cheap, but I rather, spend the extra money on the newer Ally and play literally anything.
right.
Or I don't know. Nintendo just their library just makes it really rough for me to spend any more money on Nintendo. And I've had 2 Switches,
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna give my OLED up. I'm gonna give that to my son when he's ready to the game, but
Right. Right.
I just I don't know. So what do you think? What do you think about the date?
So for the date, I think it's going to be October. I think we're going to get October. Rumors say June. I don't think June's realistic. I don't think June's going to happen. If it's June, I'd be fucking shocked. I'd be surprised. I'll be very surprised. But I'm going to say October. And for the price, I would say a good reasonable spot is like the 400 range. 350 if they're looking to knock the socks off of people, but I think that's gonna hurt them. Sorry, my dog's being a douchebag. So I would say, 350 is like, hey, they're really trying to fend to the people. And I would say 450, if it hits the 450, 500, I think just gaming is in trouble. Because that means they are spending a lot more on these consoles, which sounds right, but per parts, not for anything else, and they're trying to make that money. And I think that will, if it hits the 500 mark, that's going to hurt the console sales 100%. I think 400 is going to be that sweet spot. I think they could get away with no more than 450. If they do it more than 450, it's going to be too much, and no one's going to buy it. It's going to fail bad. Like if it's 450 for a while until the first price drop, you know what I mean? If it's 450, this thing better be a revolutionary thing, and I don't see
I
it
don't see it.
being a revolutionary thing. I think it's gonna be good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's gonna be really, really good. I just don't think it's gonna be
Man,
revolutionary.
they gotta compete with the handhelds nowadays, though.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They can't just do a little upgrade. If they're gonna come out with another Switch 2, they have to somewhat compete with what's out there.
Nintendo, man.
And
Nintendo can do whatever they want, and they're still gonna make fucking money. They do it. We talk about this all the time. Nintendo does whatever Nintendo wants, and it's
because
nothing that he wants.
people think their fucking game library is made from God himself. Like this.
I enjoy
it's
the game
really
library. I think so this is where I think about Nintendo. Nintendo has more replayable value games than any other console does. So meaning like Final Fantasy VII, how many times are you replaying that? I'm not doing it. And I love Final Fantasy VII. Fucking God of War. Maybe or like, but I'm not gonna beat the game twice. Like I'm not doing it. I have zero interest because those games are just, they take too much of me. Like take way too much of me. Nintendo, I know a Mario game. I can blast through a Mario game. Yo, I'll pick up a Mario game, believe it or not, 2 or 3 times. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know how. It's just
playing Zelda 2 or 3 times?
No, not Zelda. Zelda again, Zelda falls in the range of, the God of Wars in the Final Fantasy games. You know what I mean? Because that's just a labor intensive game. The old Zelda games, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you can
not Breath of Wild.
Pick up and replay, certain genre games too. Obviously, sports games, racing games, fighting games. Like you can always pick those up and just keep playing. So it's really like, I feel like it's really like AAA games. Like, how many times do you really like replaying AAA games?
So don't forget though,
Nintendo.
Majority of Nintendo games are AAA games. So like that's Zelda, that's like an official title. Mario, that's an official title. Metroid, that's an official title. Kirby's an official title. Majority of their stuff is like is Nintendo brand shit. Those RPGs and stuff. Like the games that we don't even fucking know. Like, you know how many fucking RPG games they have for Nintendo? Like, it's an infinite library of fucking RPG games. It's ridiculous.
Is Nintendo only games? Nintendo only games doesn't mean they're AAA games, right?
Nintendo only? No. So if the game's by Nintendo, so like those games are like by Nintendo. Like Zelda is by Nintendo. Like it's a Nintendo published game. So Nintendo published games are all AAA. Like that's considered AAA. It's crazy.
I don't know. Their library is just so small, dude. It's so like, it's so, oh, here's 10 AAA games. The rest is all indie bullshit, dude. Absolute bullshit.
But indie games, Dude, like, believe it or not, there are some indie games like that are for PlayStation and Xbox that are fun. Yo, No Man's Sky, that's an indie developer. That's an indie game. No Man's Sky is an indie game. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I'm not knocking indie games. I'm just knocking the type of
Nintendo
indie
indie
games that are
games.
on Nintendo library that it's absolutely trash. And the fact that, again, with the whole non-refund bullshit, dude, I don't understand that. Oh,
Yeah,
nope, as soon as you buy this game, that's it. Fuck you. Your money's mine now. Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
I know that drives you crazy. We've talked
This
about
game
that.
won't play on the Switch, Nintendo. Like, you have it released on your library, and you can't play the game on the Switch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Give me my money back.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, no, the conference itself was good. Nothing crazy. Outside of that game thing, I thought that was definitely a big jump in news, so that was cool. But to move on to the physical world of sports, and then we'll wrap up with that. So we'll start with the Patriots. The Patriots recently made some big moves, or depending on how you look at it, which I'm interested to hear what your take is on it. But we just signed what's his name from fucking the Bills?
I'll give you a minute.
I don't know why I'm like so high right now. Is that I'm drawing a blank? Dobbs,
Stephon Diggs?
Dobbs, Diggs, yeah. So it's really split down the middle. So in case anyone didn't know, Stephon Diggs was out on injury for ACL. So last year he was out. But he's recovered now and he's coming back, and this is going to be his first season back since the ACL. Speaking from an ACL injury person, it's a tough injury. But at that level, it's nothing now. It's really nothing. But it all depends. It becomes the mental thing now. It's not the physical. The physical part is a very easily recoverable part. I recovered fully. In about a year, I was able to go out and to the gym and stop playing. I couldn't hit hard. I imagine as a professional football player that has millions and millions of dollars from the business, from the team to invest in his health. Yeah, no, he's in good shape. So I have no doubt. He has a fire lit up in his ass right now because of the Bills. And he feels a little butthurt about it, but he also has a history of injuries and having problems. But there's a lot of players that have. Randy Moss was a big, everyone was like, no, no, no. Like a lot of people did not like Randy Moss coming here because they were like, yo, this dude, all he does is he's just a mouth, blah, 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 blah. And then look at what he did when he came here with Brady. I'm not saying our boy, Mac is Tom Brady. I'm not saying that, but
Who?
I said Mac.
Don't you ever fuck up his name again and call him fucking Mac Jones, you dick.
My bad. So, in my opinion, I still think it's a good move. I think it's a good move for the amount that they spent. It definitely showed sign of desperation. I mean, there's no doubt. The market went wicked fast for receivers, and I have no doubt that they tried. Like they tried. I have no doubt in my mind that they tried. But I don't think it's bad. I still think he's a number one receiver. I think he's number one receiver. I'm excited to see what he can do with the potential. I'm not betting any money on his season or anything like that, but I'm expecting to see some good things from him.
I'm gonna just correct you on a couple things because I think you messed up on a couple things. Our quarterback name is Drake May.
I said Mac in case anyone missed it.
Stephon Diggs is not fully recovered yet. He is still under recovery, and he's still obviously working on it and like walking around and shit like that. But they say that there is a possibility he still might not be ready by week 1 of the season. So like he's still technically in recovery from.
In WEEI, they were saying something totally different, unless I misunderstood what they were talking about. Because it was saying like he was ready, like he was good. So
he might be like mentally ready, but like they're saying that he's still might not be. I'm sure he will be ready by week 1. Let's just say that.
Mhm.
And the thing with the wide receivers, you're kind of right on them going fast, but you're kind of wrong in another instance where no one wanted to come here. That was the issue. The free agents, the Patriots, they pursued multiple different wide receivers in free agency. We went after DK Metcalf. He literally said he didn't want to come here. Like,
I say
I'm not going there.
I didn't say why they didn't come here. All I just said was they went fast. Like they did go fast, but doesn't mean that just because they went fast didn't mean that we didn't talk to them. Like I didn't say that either. I didn't mean that. Like I heard that there were people that were just like, nah. You know what I mean? Which is fine. Like they feel that we're not ready for that. And at that time too, when those conversations happened, we didn't have the moves that we already made. You know what I mean? They probably told them, "Oh, well, this is the moves that we're going to make," and people until the moves are made, no one believes it. You know what I mean? They're just blowing smoke up your ass at that point in time. You know, so
Yeah,
that's why people are probably like, "No fucking way," because I'm not going to get the ball thrown at me because we don't have fucking blocking for our goddamn receivers.
yeah. I mean, I think
I mean, blocking for our quarterback.
I
Sorry.
I think Stephon Diggs, if he's fully healed up, I think he's a dog. He's definitely. I'm not sure if he's a number 1, but he's no matter what, he's definitely a number 2.
Mhm.
I also think you have to game plan for him. So
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
on the defense side of the ball, you're definitely, you might even be double teaming Diggs. If Diggs can run full speed, like you're gonna have to double team him, or you're game planning for Diggs,
Mhm.
which helps all the other wide receivers that we have. Now, do we have a bunch of wide receivers also for like to work with Diggs and Drake May? I mean, we have Kendrick Bourne and Polk and Pop Douglas and shit like that, which isn't terrible. We have Austin Hooper. We have fucking uh, the fuck's the other tight end? Hunter
Hunter.
Henry. Yeah.
Hunter Henry.
So like a little bit. I do like. Everyone didn't really like the move off of the center there, David Andrews.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I kind of liked it. I kind of think it was his time to go. I
Mhm.
think he's got, he sat for a while last year, so like he's getting older and injuries are starting to crowd him up. So I think that's a big move. I think we need to draft the best player for not the best player for the team, but the best player in the draft. Because I think if we get the best player in the draft, at minimum, we'd be able to trade him
Yeah.
for someone pretty decent who we
Well, they're
need.
talking about trying to see if we can trade up to number 2 so we can get that. Is it the middle linebacker?
Yes.
That middle
I forgot what his
linebacker
name
kid?
is. Yeah, but I think he's going 2 or 3. Yes.
Yeah. So, they're saying that we should try to get him. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be an
I
interesting
think
season.
I definitely don't think we should get the best player for the team. And what I mean by that is like get an offensive lineman on the number 4 pick. No, I don't think we
Yeah.
should do that. I
No, I
think
don't think so
like
either.
if Travis Hunter's at number 4, we definitely get Travis Hunter.
Mhm.
Make him into a fucking wide receiver or something like that. I don't care. He's a fucking freak of nature athlete. Like you go get him. If he's the best player
Yeah. But
on
now
the
they're
list
saying
in the
because
draft,
of Giants getting fucking Mr. International Must.com because he keeps going from team to team. Um,
Russell
it
Westbrook.
yeah,
Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Uh,
What you know what's funny?
Westbrook.
I always call him Russell Westbrook, and I don't know why. Like I don't know why I do that.
Russell
Um,
Wilson.
yeah, Russell Wilson. So uh everyone's saying that they're going to be looking to get him, and They say that, the most difficult challenge that they'll have is because he didn't play full-time wide receiver, though he's athletic enough to play both positions, he played them. It's gonna take a while for him to catch up to NFL level as far as understanding the plays, and they said that's probably what they're gonna work on heavily more than anything because the guy is athletically gifted, and he's not hurting in that
Who are
department.
you talking about?
Travis Hunter?
Oh, Travis Hunter.
Yeah, yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, no, this year is gonna be. Dude, I don't know, man. Another thing to think about too, if you look at this schedule right now, and shout out to Zoe and Beetle, they did this on their radio show on Friday. What they did was they went down through all the teams and just kind of give it like a yes or no, like win or loss. Bro, we went from one of the hardest schedules last year to one of the easiest this year coming up, dude.
Which is good.
Our schedule is actually pretty decent. We should be like a 8 to 10 win team easily.
Good place to be.
Man, I might go to some games this year, dude.
Well,
I didn't go to any last year, so
I'll have to let you know. You know how we do.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna change it for the last thing before we get off. I was gonna originally do it about LeBron James, but I'm not gonna give him my time. I came up with a much better thing because I'd rather hear how you feel about this topic, and we haven't talked about it. How do you feel about what's going on with the Boston Bruins right now? How do you feel about the trades and everything else? I never got your opinion on the Bergeron trade. What do you think?
Martian trade.
Yeah.
There's not much to talk about, Van. They're in rebuild. They're in rebuild mode. They're not even trying to fucking win games.
That's fucking clear.
They're not even trying to win games, dude. The Celtics are winning so many games. The Bruins are losing that many games. Like they have. Did the Celtics win by chance? I know I'm getting off subject
tonight.
here.
I'm not too sure. I know that we're on a winning streak. The 9-game winning streak that we're on. The Bruins are on a 9-game losing streak. I heard
Correct. Yeah, the Celtics did win too.
They did.
So.
Yeah, I heard it on the radio about it was a matching. So,
the Marchand thing sucks, dude. Because when he went to, the good part about the trade is they did him a favor, and they sent him to the Florida Panthers, which their team is fucking stacked, and he just went from like one of the worst teams in the league to one of the best teams in the league. So good for Marchand. The shitty part is he didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
He got to fucking Florida and started like crying on a fucking interview, dude. He started getting like emotional. So like that part sucked. He didn't want to. He was the face of the Bruins, dude. He didn't want to leave. Him and Bergeron.
Yeah.
But they're in rebuild. They're in full rebuild right now. So it's like, whatever you got to do, fucking trade them up.
It's
trade them up.
Tough. You know what I mean? Emotional.
They're like.
It's like when Paul Pierce left. Like, you want him to retire. You know what I mean? Like, you rather just be like, dude, just retire, just please, because then you could have just retire as a Bruin. But then again, they got a life. You know what I mean? This is what they want to do. They have a plan. Like, yeah, I got 1 more year, 2 more years, whatever, and then I can get out. You know, so it sucks. You know, it sucks.
Yeah, I mean Marchand. I don't think Marchand's retiring anytime soon.
Right.
I just think the Bruins got some good shit for him for trading him. So that's what they got to do. They got to start cutting loose, man. Their team is fucking tanking. I can't even lie to you, dude. And I'm a pretty big Bruins fan. I can't tell you the last game I watched.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's been a long. I don't think I've watched that many games this whole season.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough watching something in rebuild. Patriots is easy because football is short seasons. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
football is just a different type of sport to watch. Hockey can be rough sometimes. Because it can be.
The last time I watched a baseball game either.
Oh, baseball is a whole nother story. Baseball's a whole nother story. But so is there anything that you wanted to wrap up on?
I think that's it. T-Pain, if you're out there,
Yes, sir.
you wanna do, like a little collab, little podcast collab, would love to do it. I think Van would love to do it. We take a flight to fucking Georgia right now.
Mm-hmm. Make something work, man. We
I'm
magic,
taking that
bro.
day off.
We magic.
You guys
bro.
you guys can come out, but you guys gotta come out on a Wednesday. Done.
Yep.
Done. I'll
There.
take 2 weeks off. I don't give a fuck.
I'll be there on a Wednesday. I'll be there as
Yep.
soon as you're ready.
You want me to take Thursday off too? Fuck it, I'll call out Thursday.
Okay. Game and make some music, man. Game and make some
All
music.
right.
But
Look at that, almost exactly an hour, dude. In the books. Let's
that's
go.
what fucking magic. That's what fucking magic. 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 All right. Well, on that note, guys, thank you all for listening. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to share, follow, subscribe, do your thing. Don't forget to check out Matty Madness stream. Don't forget to check out Van Lattimore stream, aka Mr. Showtime stream. We stream on Thursdays, guaranteed, for raid nights. And sometimes you can catch us on the other side. So, with that being said, make sure you guys keep tuning in. The next one we have will be right before PAX. And we'll do like a PAX special.
Ooh.
So we're gonna have to do a PAX special in April. So
Pack special. We gotta get Arsenio, Martin,
Andrew.
maybe even get Charlie. Oh,
we'll do it on my porch. We'll do it on my deck.
All right, cool. All right. It's
But
gonna get good.
all right, everybody. Thank you guys for joining. We'll catch